you feeling? Not too much better? Yeah, I came over just after work. It's a little late, huh? Yeah, well, of course I would make time for you, especially when you're not feeling so well. My gosh. The doctors told you anything yet? Not really? Okay. Well, I got some notes so that I can make sure to take care of you right. So it looks like they still want to monitor your temperature, right? Okay. Do you mind if I grab that? Okay. I brought over all manners of things so we can keep ourselves occupied, okay? Alrighty. You know the drill, okay? So I'm going to stick this under your tongue, right? Okay. Still running a smidge of a temperature. Alright, here we go. Okay. So it looks like they still have you on these couple medications. Have you taken them yet? Alright. Well, lucky for you, I already tracked him down. Alright, let me grab you a glass of water real quick, okay? Alright, here we are. So here's your medication and some water, okay? Alright, I'm just gonna set that back up, okay? So you can get to that, right? Alright. Okay. Are you still taking the Pepto? Okay. They really don't want you to get into this stuff, huh? And you've been taking 2 tablets, right? Alright, go ahead and bite down on those. I know, not super pleasant. Do you need another glass of water? Or another drink, rather? Okay. So, my dear, for you, we have a couple of things that we can do tonight while you are completely famished, I imagine, and bored and tired beyond belief. Right? Yeah. Basically screwed in all sense of the word. Hey, that's why you called me over, right? So, what do we got? Okay. So, I brought over some chicken noodle soup and some cinnamon applesauce, my guy. I don't eat these with a spoon, but I can grab a spoon for you if you'd like. Oh yeah, I get the whole tongue action in there. Like, lick it clean. Yeah, it's pretty gross. I've been told I eat applesauce like a 4-year-old. Took it as a compliment, because who wouldn't? And some canned P-Bell's soup. Sounds like rain on a tin roof. You ever heard that before? We had a tin roof back at my mama's house, and we got it installed by some Amish people, and the Amish really seemed to enjoy Mountain Dew, or at least they argued a lot over getting Mountain Dew, which was kind of odd. But yeah, not necessarily rude, but not friendly folk either. But they were only there to do their jobs, so I understand. If you want, I can make some egg drop soup. I brought over some eggs from Mama's, so yeah, they're still laying eggs, 6 a day from 6 chickens. So yeah, we have Saoirse, who is mine. She's a barred rock chicken, absolutely gorgeous, like her mama. And we have Sunflower, or Rhino. That's my brother's chicken, and I don't know what kind she is, but she looks like a sunflower. So she has a brown body, but her neck is like a deep, kind of golden, burnt yellow, sort of. And it has little stripes through it, almost like, like a sunflower would. And let's see, Saoirse, Rhino, or Sunflower. We have Tuft. She had a bit of feather that would always stick out, and her sister, Daryl, we couldn't tell them apart except for Tuft's little feather issue, and she eventually grew out of it. So now we tell them apart by Daryl has an ass for days. So their bodies, they kind of come up. Well, Daryl has this big ass, and Tuft does not. So when we're trying to tell them apart, I asked my brothers, well, which one has the ass? That's Daryl. Daryl has an ass for days. We have Oddball, who is supposed to be an Easter egger. She's a black and green iridescent chicken. Let's see, we got Oddball, Tuft, Daryl, Saoirse, Sunflower. Let's see, which one am I missing? I'm missing one of them. Chances, Daryl. No, that's all of them. So it's kind of hard keeping track of them. There's so many of them. Oh, I remember. Speckles. There we go. Speckles is, when she was a baby chicken, she looked like she was speckled, but now as she's gotten older, she is brown and red and gold and white. So she's all kinds of colors. She's real pretty too. So anyway, I can make you egg drop soup. I love egg drop soup. I got the recipe from my dad, even though I don't really speak to him. That was a really good recipe, so I got that from him. Let's see what else. Oh, for some movies. A few DVDs. So. We have The Nightmare Before Christmas. I used to watch this movie pretty much every night for a summer to help me get to sleep. This was a summer after I had discovered ASMR, and I would listen to it every night. But at the time, I didn't have a phone that could watch YouTube, so I had to figure out other ways of getting to sleep. We have another Tim Burton film, Beetlejuice. It's just had another anniversary, I believe. Let's see. When was this made? 1988, yes, so it had its 30th anniversary. This one is from the 2008 anniversary edition. And one of my favorite movies of all time, Practical Magic. It's kind of a Halloween theme going on. It's most of the DVDs that I keep. This was my favorite movie for the longest time. It still is one of my favorites, but this movie is probably when I was like, wow, those chicks are really hot. I don't know how I feel about that. So, but this was definitely part of my childhood. My mom really likes this movie too. I really, as I grew up, I just aspired to have a family like the one in here and teach my daughters all about different herbs and little things like that. Have a garden like theirs. If none of those tripped your trigger, I did bring my computer and we can watch Netflix if you'd like. Or I could just sign in on your TV, doesn't matter to me. However, we only pay for one screen, so if I'm planning on watching anime or something, like, you're not gonna interrupt my 7 Deadly Sins with some Gossip Girl or something like that. Not happening. So, I get full reign on the Netflix. But, I mean, if I'm not watching, by all means, you can borrow it. So, I don't know, let's see. I've been watching this show called The Originals, and I haven't been addicted to a show like that in a very long time, and everybody's hot in it, and it's just, there's so much tension, there's so many plot twists, there's just so much. I haven't watched a show like that in a long time. So, I think, let's see, I'm probably on episode 19 of season 2. I just started it maybe a week ago. My mom's gotten a lot farther in it, though. She's the one who showed me it. Let's see. There haven't been too many shows that have been added lately that I'm really into. Because except maybe that Nailed It one with the people who try to recreate all those professional cakes when they're amateurs. That one's pretty entertaining. Let's see. Well, I keep watching the movie Heathers over and over again because I love that movie. I love Winona Ryder. She was like my biggest girl crush ever, besides Kate Beckinsale. So we have Netflix, we have movies, we have food. If you want, we can just chill out and I can load some music up. I'm listening to a lot of Alkaline Trio, stuff. Yeah, that's about it. That's what I've been listening to. Blink-182 and Alkaline Trio. So I haven't been so focused on a specific band in a long time. So the last time I got like this was with Breaking Benjamin, which is my favorite band of all time. But yeah, so that's been pretty much everything I've been listening to. I do listen to quite a bit of country and very occasionally pop if I'm feeling in a very odd mood. Wiz Khalifa I actually like quite a bit. He's not pop, but sometimes I'll throw that in the playlist. So you'll have to apologize for the refrigerator, huh? Okay, I'll apologize for the refrigerator. It's pretty loud, huh? Okay. So, I hope that I can keep you some okay company for a little bit. Oh, you're a little sticky, my dear. When's the last time you had a shower? Okay, well, if you want, I can grab a bowl of water and some soap and we can wash you off real quick. Just your face, dude. Not going any further than that. Yeah, you're funny. Alright, just give me a minute, okay? Okay, we have a bowl of water. We have a nice clean washcloth and a little bit of mild soap added to it. Alright, this is warm, so it shouldn't be too much of a shock, okay? Let me just put this down. Or up, rather. Okay. Let me just wash you off a little bit. Really sucks being sick and all by your lonesome, huh? I never liked that part of being sick. Oh, don't worry. I'll stay with you as long as you need me to, okay? You'll get sick of me before I go, alright? Alright, do you want me to wash your arms real quick? Alright, give me one of your arms. Okay. if you'd like, I have a little bit of lotion that I can rub on you. Sometimes it just feels nice to have something a little mundane and normal that you can't do as well when you're sick. So, this is a vanilla and patchouli lotion. I'll be alright, my dear, I promise. So, whatever you'd like to do for the next long while, we can do that, okay? And if you get sick of me, if you get bored, then we can do something else, alright? Okay. Just sit back and relax. It'll all be okay. I promise.